And winds and throws, and off we go. Down an 0-1. Ohtani
in both bullpens.
Bad habits, trying to get that bat speed back. Lindor, 2 up and 2 down.
It's a left-handed pitcher.
99 in his first year with the team. Nice round number. Burns, who had taken a shutout into the 7th. On this 3-2 from Peterson, he flies it into left field. And Andy Pa had a mandate around it, but it's feeling like it. And they hope on kicks and throws. And the dirt earlier this week, he's getting close. Marte on 3-2.
To writers.
Goes back to the edge of the track. He's Gonzo, who made
hot streak that you were in.
Well, that month. On this 2-1 pitch, Alonso foul. Tony Gonsolin's 2-2. Got to the second, no score. Freddie Freeman's out there. He's got it for the.
Keep that back foot connected to the mound. And
the Dodgers have their first base
run. The ride, the better.
Was guaranteed with the team into a long-term
before he got injured.
From Peterson to Edman. And who first is Kike Hernandez drives it. 20. It looked like it maybe hit his foot, but right there. Definitely was in play, and I'm going to glove. On an 0-1 pitch. It's a race to first here. Gonsolin will win in 11. And yeah, he's
is a split. When he's healthy, he's good.
Changeup of choice. There it is.
Just doesn't get there.
Jerry's batted ball quality against Young. Goes back to Young. Yeah, nagging on me.
Yeah.
So you couldn't even tell that it was called because it flies in one game, and he was like, watch. 2-0 to Taylor is popped up. Taylor's been really good for the Mets. Pajes for a 2-out base hit. Teoscar Hernandez overruns the ball in the second. Lindor. Position, and the Mets swing up to 2-1. Chase is there. That'll wrap it up. Ohtani against Peterson. Off the upset, Peterson needed to be able to field a routine play for 14, and now he's everything off. You have with your cut swing. 2-2 against Peterson. Takes in Juan Soto's there. 2-0.
Wait a day. The Dodgers currently appears to be around the All-Star break.
Best division going. The top 4. They're going to need Ohtani at some point.
2-out double. 4 weights on it, and that's your. It has fallen well short.
Tough.
At here 2-0.
Went to the ground.
On this 3-1 from Gonsolin. Soto with his first hit of the series. 1-on-1 out. Pete Alonso at the plate. Alonso. And it goes to second for 1 over.
Back here at City, always way gone. And I feel like I talked to him quite a bit the last few weeks.
It is 1-2 to Pajes.
Already steps on first. 3 is not the double play you've seen turn.
Weeks, not just for him, but for the games. Here's 3-1 in Pittsburgh, Colorado, and the A's. Hernandez knocked in the Dodgers first round. 6-4-3.
I wouldn't say concerning, but you know that he'll be fine.
Shohei Ohtani.
4-seam, 2-seam turn, but I just think looking at the
New York. And how about Luis?
Improve. The splits.
Debut tonight on 2-0. Swings 2-1. Ball third. Hernandez sprints over and gets
number, but that's a lot.
He's got room on the track, and there've been a couple. Doesn't feel real for the Mets today. Gonsolin trying to find it, but Dodgers need all they can get from him tonight. Here's a 2-0 to Lindor. Fires. Up the middle, Rojas can't pull it. Juan Soto. On this 1-1 pitch, Soto. 2, here it comes. It is a spade. Is in time. 5th for LA, and David Peterson in the 5th.
What's wrong with Juan?
Monday. It's even missed swag. That edge.
To hit the rim.
4. 2 up and 2 down.
It went perfectly.
Last night's game to save that game. Give him a dare. And Gonsolin can get everybody as well. They made Ohtani. He's on the MLB app today. Things a little bit. Comes Jeff McNeil. Games. Hernandez and for Gonsolin, 2 up.
The better your starters are,
1 out of 2. Follow. Mookie Betts leads off the 6th for the Peterson into the 6th. That pitch count field here in the 6th turns this weekend for Betts. Quick check. 4-3 and David everywhere going off this year. Peterson's 1-0 almost
6 innings. So he's right on
both those things tonight against the top. In Judge's case, he's gone to another level. Highest average through 50 games in 2 games above 500. 2. Just 5 this year though. Back. Yeah, it's a
high school career winning the state championship.
Hernandez on a sprint to the track gets the
way the wind's blowing though with all the scoreboard.
9 spot has reached both times tonight. Now disappeared. Can he put weights on it? His only play is at front. Swung for 1. Rojas to first, but Marte on an 0-1. Marte takes. And the Mets this throw not in time, and he produces as many ground balls. Fouls it off. Here's 1-1. To second for 1, and there's the third. Field corner for Pages and an exhale.
He hasn't figured it out. And
you had people going 1-1 to Alonso. He fouled the game for Alonso. Just kind of duck snorts. Pete Alonso continues to off first, and now he's out.
They pick off the polar bear.
7 games below 500.
It was some
Freddie Freeman, Bobby Miller to the bag, giving the Dodgers 62% chance. He's giving it to him.
Yes.
Rushing on 0-2, watches twice. That is back home. Peterson to Ohtani, almost
has got to be his last hitter.
1. Ohtani's arms. Strikes him out. His responsibility as Edwin. There goes. Looking really pitching well lately.
And he is without 2 strikes.
Bites his. He gets back out there for a second inning of work. More than just the bench tonight. Drew walk his first time. The average has been there the last few weeks. Pitch. It's the DH these days. He gets hit by former. On 1 out in the 8th. Beatty hacks.
And
now the better. There's a 2-2. Fouled off.
He can do.
He's into second with an RBI. Here's Acuna. Home for the force. Rushing, then spikes. It was his
last at bat.
Nasto chokes up with 2 strikes and take first. Freddie Freeman feeds Miller after 7 2/3 from David. Yeah, keep the game moving. Ahead 1-2. Swing and hitless in this series. 0 for 3. On to Mets pitching in this game. Pages landed knack for the Dodgers. Koda there. And the Mets have time.
Just what Carlos Mendoza said, Peter.
Soto with his first hit of the series. 1 on 1 out. Pete Alonso at the plate. Goes first to third. A long single from Alonso. And Neal to first. Freddie Freeman's got it. Goes to second for 1 over.
Back here at City. In the summer, that ball is way gone. And I feel like a few times now. You've talked to him quite a bit the last few weeks.
Walks over the first 3. It is 1-2 to Pages.
Prior, but Pete Alonso goes back because if Freddie steps on first, puck it right to Freddie, and 3-6-3 is not the double play you've seen turn
from McNeil. That's a culmination of weeks, not just for him, but for the. But they've dropped 6 of their last 8 games. Here's 3-1.
And 7.
Well,
no, they swept them. I know
Pittsburgh, Colorado, and the A's
play, but when you play.
Kike Hernandez knocked in the Dodgers first round. Bouncing ball to short, should be 2. 6-4-3.
The fluctuation tonight is a little kind of, I wouldn't say concerning, but just walks in there. But if we can get back to that, he'll be fine.
Shohei Ohtani.
You know, going to be mid-90s. It's going to be 4-seam, 2-seam, and I'm probably speaking out of turn, but I just think looking at the
base hit the other way to open the fourth for New York. And how about Luis?
He's helped Francisco Alvarez improve to battle against it. He's throwing a ton of splits.
Second, Jared Young in his Mets debut tonight on 2-0 swing. Here's the 2-1. Ball pop up. Foul ground at third. Hernandez sprints over and gets.
I did not tweet that. I had no idea that was the number, but that's a lot.
Deep left field. Pages retreats. He's got room on the track, and there've been a couple dream come true kind of stuff. Doesn't feel real. Beatty's knocked in the run for the Mets today. Gonsolin trying to find it, but
you need that.
Dodgers need all they can get from him tonight.
Four of those.
Here's a 2-0 to Lindor. Gonsolin 8 consecutive misfires. Oh my goodness, a check swing tapper up the middle. Rojas can't pull it. With the bases loaded, Juan Soto. It's their first lead of the game. Soto. On this 1-1 pitch, Soto. And so it's 2-2. Here it comes. It is a load the bases. Betts throw to the plate is in time. I'm Dalton Rushing leads off the top of the fifth for LA, and David Peterson. Rojas and Ohtani to follow here in the fifth.
All the things that have been said. What's wrong with Juan?
York, and then again in Boston on Monday. It's even
they're looking for that swag.
That edge that way.
As a catcher, you never want the ball to hit the rim.
Grounds this one to the shortstop Lindor. 2 up and 2 down.
Even with the bounces off the mound, it went perfectly out of innings.
Well, I made some good plays in last night's game to save that game. Give them a inning ended that they got that out right there. And Gonsolin can.
The Mets, for that matter.
Yeah, they used everybody as well. They made 1-2-3 inning. Here's his 2-2 to Ohtani. These push notifications just for you on the MLB app today. The last 2 years. Especially until they get healthy, stabilize things a little bit. Up comes Jeff McNeil. 9-9 their last 18 games. But left side of the infield for Kike Hernandez and for Gonsolin. 2 up.
It's a cause and effect. The better your starters are.
It's empty in the fifth. Luis Torrens, 1 out of 2. Couldn't throw a ball if he tried.
When he came into the zone.
Following off the top of the wall to put him in front. Mookie Betts leads off the 6th for the yesterday. Peterson into the 6th. That pitch count. Betts greets him with a base hit to left field here in the 6th. Turns the.
He probably makes it.
First hit of this weekend for Betts. Quick check, tie and run here in the 6th. His bat on a 1-hopper to short. 6-4-3, and David.
In New York, it goes off.
He's coming everywhere and going off this year. Peterson's 1-0 almost here.
In his last 3 starts, he's gone 6 innings. So he's right
down on 6 innings. He's gotten them both those things tonight against the top of Judge and Ohtani, and especially in Judge's case, he's gone to another level. That was the 3rd highest average through 50 games in home runs.
He's having an okay year this year, Joe.
He's back to 11 games above 500.
Yeah, it's down to them starting to break down.
Regular season and the postseason combined, just 5 this year though. His spot, but now it's Beatty who's stolen it back.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool way to end your high school career, winning the state championship.
Flies this ball to right center field. Hernandez on a sprint to the track gets the.
Does it matter in this stadium the way the wind's blowing though with all the scoreboard?
Beatty down in the 9 spot has reached both times tonight. Not reason. It's not like those abilities have just disappeared. Can he put
toes to first? Beatty plays third.
Ooh, that's a bouncing ball past Bonda. Betts waits on it. His only play is at front by 2. Swats to third. Hernandez will go to second for one. Rojas to first, but Marte. 3 out of 6 today, though. On an 0-1, Marte take bouncing ball to short for Mookie Betts. And the Mets, the first pitch of the inning into left field. It's the middle, a juggle, a throw, not in time, and it hard to contact as anybody. It's just he produces as many ground balls. Fouls it off. Here's 1-1. Grounder at third. Beatty goes to second for one, and there's the third. 97 down the line to the left field corner for Pages, and an exhale.
Pitches, just hasn't figured it out. And
you had people going 4-2 ball game, bottom 7, 1-1 to Alonso. Hands into right, and the second hit of the game for Alonso. In the league since he broke in, both his hits just kind of duck snorts. Continues to struggle the way he is. There's no way Pete Alonso continues to. Alonso got off first, and now he's out.
Hold the ball just a little bit longer. They pick off the polar bear.
National League Championship Series, but they were 11 games below 500.
30 at this point.
It was bad. Yeah.
It was something.
It's a bouncing ball to first. It backs up Freddie Freeman. Bobby Miller to the bat. Google Cloud giving the Dodgers 62% chance. Desperately needed an outing like this. He's given it to him.
Yeah. Second inning.
Rushing on 0-2. Watches. Rojas is 0 for 2. Is grounded out twice. That is balls behind Rojas. 2-0. Now comes back home.
Peterson faced Shohei, and then
lefty against lefty. Peterson to Ohtani. Almost.
With Mookie on deck, this has got to be his last hitter.
Here's the 1-1. Ohtani's in. Here he comes. Strikes him out. Book not yet closed. Runner at first, his responsibility. As Edwin. There goes.
He's virtually unhittable.
Look, 2.70 ERA and really pitching well lately.
He's better with 2 strikes coming into this game than he is without 2 strikes.
Bites his. Not stretched out as a starter. No question he heads back out there for a second inning of work. The second hit of the game for Luis Torres. More than just the. Off of the bench tonight. Drew a walk his first time, especially when it comes to the power numbers. The average has been there the last few weeks, but Viento's still just 25 years of age. Although shifting, playing more as the DH these days. He gets hit by former right field Teoscar Hernandez. 2 on, 1 out in the 8th. Beatty hacks.
He's handled it about as well as you can. Right now, he's getting that opportunity.
Now the better they're coming up for the Dodgers in the 9th. Here's a 2-2. Fouled off.
Better player, and it's making him more confident in what he can do.
Beatty's knocked in another. He's into second with an RBI. Bases. And here's Acuna. Excellent tapper back to Miller. Flips home for the force. Rushing, then spikes and double that broke the tie back in the 4th. It was his.
I just sometimes after what he did his last at bat.
Nasty. Soto chokes up with 2 strikes and got one up right there. Bounced along first. Freddie Freeman feeds Miller. And Diaz looking for a 4-out save after 7 2/3 from David. Down 5-2, only to rally and keep the game moving.
At least this year.
Ahead one. The 1-2. Swing and Freddie Freeman hitless in this series. 0 for 3.
Oscar and Freddie.
10 Ks for Mets pitching in this game. Pages up tomorrow on Sunday Night Baseball. Landed knack for the Dodgers. Kodak's in ball towards the middle. Acuna's there. And the Mets have tied Edwin Diaz for 4 outs.
Just what Carlos Mendoza said. Peter.